Friends, I wanted to let you know that I am also joining in on Paper Doll Project 25, which is hosted by Sassy Southern NC Girl. Hi friends, thanks so much for joining me for Master Board Mayhem, which is an open collaboration. So if you would like to join in, you can use that hashtag Master Board Mayhem and tag me in your description box as the host. And let's use up our scraps and things that are in our stash that we just can't ever seem to get to. I don't know about you, but I have a lot of that. And this collaboration has already helped me get into using some stuff that I hardly ever think about using. So previous to this one, I did a master board using wallpaper and then made tags out of it. So that was a lot of fun. So today I'm going to make two master boards, and one is with sewing pattern paper instructions, and then the other is with actual sewing pattern paper that I crunched up onto the master board, and then I cut out the ladies that were on the front of the actual pattern holder, and we're gonna cut those up and make tags. Maybe a journal topper too. I'm not sure. I haven't decided on that yet. I will know the further I get into this video, but join in if you'd like, okay, my friends? Today, I'm going to create a master board using this Vogue pattern paper cover, and then also some of the goodies that are inside. And there's so much here, we might end up making two. So if you have stacks and stacks of stuff in your stash that you've been wanting to use up and just didn't know how, creating master boards is a great way to use up scraps and also to use up just goodies that we have, that we love, but we just haven't used for whatever reason. So this is a great way to do that. And then you get to take your master boards and turn them into, you could make bases for collages. You could turn them into tags. You can turn them into mixed media art pieces, journal covers. There's a lot you can do with your master boards. Now, I wanted to mention that this is an open collaboration, and it is hosted by me, Creating with Jovi. And if you'd like to join in, I would love that. So just use the hashtag Master Board Mayhem. Tag me in your description box, Creating with Jovi, and that's all you have to do. If you make a video and I don't see it, message me and let me know. It might be that the tag didn't take properly. If it's not sort of highlighted in a grayish color, then the tag didn't work properly. So make sure when you do the @ sign, this is what I do. I'll type @ and I'll start with the name, and then a list of names comes up, and then I choose the person I'm looking for and click on it. And if you do that, you'll be fine. So I just wanted to mention that to you. I wanted to also mention that if you are not a content creator, but you'd like to share your master board and perhaps what you've made with your master board, you can feel free to do that on my Facebook group, which is Creating with Jovi, Journals and Crafts. I guess we'll be saving this for a sewing journal, right? I have that on my list of things. Ooh, look at the shirt to do. So I have a feeling that will get done in 2025. What else can I tell you about Master Board Mayhem? I'm not really sure. I'm going to do the master board, and then I'll go ahead and create tags using it once it's dry. But it will definitely be in the same video. I'm pretty sure it's going to be in the same video. but I'm doing all my masterboards in this one notebook. So my plan is to do a flip through of the notebook before I start making the tags or art pieces, because I want you to be able to see all of the masterboards in one place. These are great images. How fun. I'm so glad I'm doing this. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm not doing too bad. Got a lot going on as usual. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty when you're doing a masterboard. I wanted to let you know I am using a foam brush and Mod Podge on this particular masterboard, and I figured I'd give you a couple of updates while I'm finishing getting these papers down. I wanted to let you know that swapping glue is going on through the end of March, and you can sign up in my Facebook group, which is Creating with Jovi's Journals and Crafts, and I have created an event, so you can put in the comments that you would like to partner with someone, and then read the comments and see if somebody would like to partner as well. All right, my friends, here is the first sewing masterboard. I really like it. I like how busy it is. This isn't too busy over here, but that's okay. It'll be busy once we're done with the tag. But I think this turned out pretty cool. Now let's do one with the pattern paper and those sewing images that we have, or these images right here that we have. So I'm going to start with the pattern paper, and we're just going to tear some off. We'll just tear it right here. Now, pattern paper is an interesting thing. It's super thin, so I might play with the idea of crinkling it up a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're just going to get the glue down onto the paper. I want to let you know that you can pretty much use any kind of glue that you would like to with this pattern paper. Glue stick works perfectly fine with it. So you could do that if you wanted to. I'm just going to try to get this wet and then get this on here and see if I can sort of crinkle it. Yeah, there we go. Let's be a little sloppy about it. I'll just be a little sloppy and get some crinkles in it like that. There we go. I like that. I'll do the same when I add this over here. Whatever doesn't stick down will just peel off once it's dry, and hopefully that gives us a fun effect. It's hard for me to be sloppy because I am not sloppy when I make things. So that's a challenge, but I like a challenge. So, you know, I find it to be fun. I also wanted to mention real quick that memberships are available on my channel, and you can click the join button. It won't make you join, I promise, but you can see what all the perks are, and there's 4 tiers. So check it out, see if you want to be more involved with my channel, and like I said, the join button won't make you join. All right, now I am going to grab some scissors, and I'm just going to put some pressure on this to get it all glued down. Oops, I tore a little bit there. We'll put a little piece over top of that. And then let's take this little piece here, put it over top of that. There we go. Okay. Now I'm thinking if we want to keep these layers, let's just add some glue and glue those down. That might be fun. I mean, why not? And it'll give us a lot of really cool texture. Now when this is ready to be cut, I won't be able to use my paper cutter because there's a lot going on right here. And that's okay. I mean, I'm just letting you know that you wouldn't want to probably put this on your paper cutter to cut it when it's time. Yeah, I think we'll just keep all these layers. We'll just get some glue on them and smush them down. Let's see if that's going to lift up at all. Okay, I'm just going to swoosh this around with my fingers, kind of press it down. I can always go wash my hands, right? It's not a big deal. I really do like this effect, and this is a lot of fun. This is so cool. I like the chunkiness of this tissue paper here. Let's see if we can get that to lay down. There we go. Just tapping it down with my brush, giving it a little pressure. Yeah, really nice. I like this. This is so cool. All right, now we have this. I'm going to take this. All right, well, let's put her down here because her arm goes off the page and her legs do as well. So let's put her down here. Just get some glue on her. All right, you guys will have to let me know what you think of this. And then I'm wondering if I'd be able to fussy cut this lady out. Friends, I wanted to mention I am going to combine this Master Board Mayhem with my friend Jen's collaboration that she's doing, and it is Paper Dolls collaboration. So since I just cut these beautiful ladies out and I am working with them, we're going to also have this be part of her collaboration. So how fun is that? And then when we turn these into tags, then we will have a completed project with our paper dolls. I'm going to give you a close-up of the masterboard here. It is not dry, so you might see some white haziness, and that's why, because it's drying. And we're going to have to definitely set this one aside, and then when it's ready, we'll trim the edges and go ahead and turn this into tags or an art piece or something like that. In my stash, I have these fantastic paper dolls. These were fussy cut out by my friend Gwen of Gwen Offit Designs, and I purchased them through her Etsy shop. Now, to me, she is just the absolute fussy cut queen. You can see what a fantastic job she did on them. So I thought I'd go ahead and grab a couple of them and cut these master boards and then create some tags with them. I also wanted to mention that if you would like to go to Gwen's shop, I have a discount code. I will put it in my description box, and I do believe that you can get 15% off of your purchase. I also want to mention that I'm going to end up creating 2 tags and a belly band. When I use seam binding and things like that, I always keep the wrappers, and I've had these wrappers in my stash for a while now because I've been trying to use up my seam binding. You guys might have seen how I've been lining pages of my journals with the seam binding. It's perfect. It slides right over the side of the page, and it adds a nice detail, but it's not an overwhelming detail, but it definitely is nice. So anyway, I keep the packaging, the paper part of the packaging, so that I can use it for things like this. So you'll notice that I added 2 small pieces of the paper packaging, one in the upper right corner and one in the lower left. I've chosen the paper doll that's wearing a blue dress, so I grabbed a piece of blue fabric and I adhered that to the tag using my glue gun, and then I put a little bit of hot glue on her as well, and now I've got her glued down to the tag. Now I'm going to set her aside for a few minutes and then try to decide if I want to add some details to her. You'll remember that this tag was already on the masterboard, or this doll was already on the masterboard that I created. So I'm not as good of a fussy cutter as my friend Gwen is. So there was a little bit of a white edge around her. So I went around her with my bronze colored marker just to cover the white edge. And now I'm adding a little ruffle using a scrap piece of fabric and my glue gun, and I'm hot gluing a button to it. Now the other thing I'm doing right here is I'm taking some blue chalk, and I'm just putting a little bit of blue chalk on the tag and then rubbing it in with my finger. And that's just to give it some extra color. Since I like that I put a button on the first tag, I decided to go ahead and put another button on the second tag. And I want to let you know I went ahead and did the belly band off camera. All right, my friends, I could have made a ton more, but I have some other projects I need to work on. But I really enjoyed working with these sewing patterns. So here's the first one. Added some fabric and a button here, and used some blue chalk just to give a little extra color to the tag. And then this one I think is my favorite. This one's got a button here, and I added these pieces of vintage. They came from packaging from sewing stuff, and of course the fabric, and then this cutout. And then this one is our belly band, and she's so cute. And so I went around the edges with pink. I added some pink with my marker here, down here, just to bring a little bit more color into the piece. And then of course my paper doll, and rickrack at the top and the bottom, and a button over top of each piece of rickrack. So I just love her. I think my favorite, well, I was gonna say my favorite's her, but I do love pink. You guys know I love pink. So it's hard for me to choose. Let me know which one is your favorite. Thank you so much for joining me for Master Board Mayhem. I hope you will join in on this fun open collaboration. And also a big shout out to Jennifer at Sassy Southern North Carolina Girl for her Paper Dolls collaboration. Thanks for watching. See you soon.